conversation in the spring regarding Proposition E, this notion of protecting the general plan. In our community too, we've had controversial projects such as the KOA and now the Peaker Plan that seem to be in conflict with the goals and mission and actual ordinances that are used to implement the general plan. Do you believe the general plan needs to be protected, or do you believe that as the council and mayor have sufficient capabilities to follow the current stated general plan requirements in the zoning areas? And I guess I'm seeking your opinion. What does the general plan mean to you? How, would you support it, or would you create enough variances so that anybody could do what they wanted?
So the first part of the question is Prop C. Do I support it?
No, Prop E.
Is it Prop E?
Well, that one passed already. It's just a way of...
Okay, so it's Prop E, which did not pass already.
That is correct.
Yeah. And so you're asking, do I what?
So I'm asking, do you protect is your philosophy to protect the general plan in its current form, or do you believe you should be able to make enough variances or changes to it to accommodate projects as they come along? So 1 minute, start the clock back over.
Well, many of us have put many hours into working on the general plan. Many of you have put many hours working on the general plan. However, with all the people and all the support and all the input and the hundreds of meetings that were there with it, that doesn't mean it is going to be the perfect thing all the time. As the economy changes, so do we have to change. We're setting out a 20-year goal, and hopefully that goal will give us the guidance and give those beyond us the guidance to direct this city in the right direction. However, it doesn't mean it's written in steel, it's got to stay that way. We need to work and make sure that we have the ability, the flexibility to change it as our economy changes, as our business growth changes, and as our residents change.
Thank you, Mr. Castañeda.
Thank you. Well, from time to time, general plans do need to be changed. I will agree to that. I think that happens. That's really what the folks at Chula Vista and virtually every other city that doesn't have a general plan that's driven and directed by the voters is elected to do. We need to make that decision. I think the general plan amendments are something that should be very, very seldom and very, very unique. I don't think it's something that should happen every day. I don't think that it does. But I don't think anyone can pass a document and expect that document to stay static and to stay effective for 20 years. That just doesn't occur. And I think we do need to protect the laws of the land. I think we do, but when we find out the laws of the land don't suit everybody as a whole, from time to time we need to review those laws. Thank you.
I will vigorously support protecting the goals and objectives of the general plan, which is a 30-year planning document that basically it contains visionary language and objectives that provide ways to implement those. And really, if a project, if there's a major mistake in the general plan that's discovered and there's a no-brainer consensus that this was a mistake, it needs changing, sure, change it. But most of the time we've seen that these changes are very, very dramatic, like the KOA. I would protect the general plan zoning of the KOA as open space active recreation against any changes to the general plan in that area and in regards to the MMC expansion. And these are the things that are intrinsic to the general plan. I would vigorously protect the plan.
I sat on the General Plan Update Committee, as did Pam and probably a few others in here that I don't recognize offhand, but I certainly support the goals and objectives of our general plan. It does need to be flexible because at times we are going to have opportunities that come up that we don't know may come down the road at a later date. And what is important is that as a city council that we have the processes in place by which to take and listen to your concerns and your questions that you do have, And these are the types of things I think that we need to protect, is make sure that our processes are sound and that our community input is constant and valid. And then we need to communicate it as a city better as to what these impacts will eventually be on everyone's lives, if there are impacts to be seen. So certainly, you know, I'm going to be a vigorous supporter of what we have there, but I want to retain some flexibility to it.